Welcome to another episode of Dealing with Life Issues and Challenges. Today we're in the residence of architect and Mrs. Yohanna Saidumak, the parents of Dorathy Tirnon Yohanna, one of the victims of the Greenfield University that was brutally murdered. Like every parent, send your children to school and you expect that at the end of the year your child will be graduating, they will come back happily and all their dreams are fulfilled. Unfortunately, in this society of today, it's not so. It's really a sad event that you send your child to school and you're not sure if this child is coming back home to meet you or not. Let's listen to the parents of Lydia as they tell their story of the events that unfold.
Mrs. Yohanna Saidumak, the mother of late Dorathy Tirnon Yohanna. She came back on the 15th, was her birthday, April of 15. So that very day she came back home. She came back on that very 15. So we celebrated her birthday, I and she, because the daddy was not around. He was in Abuja. It was only me and her and the auntie that was around. So we did small celebration with her. So after the celebration, the daddy now came on Friday. So normally when he came, she normally come back every weekend from school. She came back, and when she's going, they go with the daddy will drop her in school. So that fateful Monday, she now went back on Monday. The daddy went with her and he dropped her in school. Then on Tuesday, the junior sister called me on Tuesday early in the morning. She called me that, did I call Tirnon today? I say, call Tirnon for what? This early morning. She said, and I should try her line. That somebody called her that they went to Dorathy's school and they kidnapped some student. I screamed. I said, Dorathy. She said, yes, that mommy, please try calling her, because I tried calling her line. It's like some people pick her phone and she was hearing Hausa background here. So I now, that very morning, because I was not feeling fine, I now went to the nurse in our estate to collect my injection that early in the morning. It was in the chemist that the sister now called me. So I started screaming there. Then the nurse said, what happened? What happened? And I told her that this is what Mama told me. Then she said, I should calm down. And I said, okay. I said, okay, let me try her line and see whether she'll pick it. I tried Dorathy's line. Her MTN was switched off. Her Glo was ringing and nobody picked the call. So I now say, okay, let me try the daddy. I now called the daddy. I say, have you heard from Tirnon? He said, heard from Tirnon. What happened? And I told him that Tirnon just called me this morning that somebody called her that they went to Greenfield University and kidnapped some student. He now said, so he didn't hear anything pertaining their school. He now said, okay, he will try her line and see. So from there, that was the injection that I couldn't collect. Then the nurse now brought me back home. So it was when I was home, and I'll say, okay, let me try the registrar number and hear from him, the registrar of their school. I now called him, and now say, Madam, lafia. I now asked him that what is happening, that my daughter called me that something happened in your school. He now said, yes, what you people had is true, but he is on his way to the university. They want to go and find out how the situation is. Then I now say, hey, so this thing is true. So she left home on the 19th. That was on Monday. Then on 20th, they now went to the school around 8:30. They now went to the school and picked some of them, and other students ran away. That very after 1 to 2 hours, I was here and people were here busy talking to me that I should calm down, we should wait and see, because they said some students escaped and some the kidnappers went with them. So I don't know whether my daughter is among or she's among the people that we are taking to the bush. So before you know it, somebody, I saw a strange number, called me, and now say, okay, let me answer the call. When I picked the call, I heard her voice. I said, Tinom, is it you? She said, yes, mommy, it's me. And I said, Tinom, where are you? She said, mommy, they came to our school and they kidnapped us that night around 8:30. I said, where are you people now? That she doesn't know the place, so but they are inside the bush. And mommy, if you see my body since that yesterday that they brought us, all my body is wounded. They've been beating us. All my body, I cannot bear it, mommy. I now say, Tinom. She said, yes, mommy. And I say, I know you believe you have God. She said, yes. And I told her that, Tinom, hold on to your God, because your God will never leave you nor forsake you. God will take control of your situation. She now say, okay, mommy. Before I knew it, the kidnapper now collects the phone from her hand. Then he now start talking to me. He wanted to speak English, but the English, he cannot even speak the English. So I understand that he's somebody that doesn't know how to speak English, and now talk with Hausa. I say, me niafa we are musuna hanuku. He now said, I munje makarantan sune munje mun kwashe yaranku. Say na chemishito, what is the next thing? He now said, okay, the next thing that if we want them to release our children, we should bring 800 million. And I scream, I say 800 million, because people were outside there with me. So I now put it in speaker so that people can hear what they were saying. He now said we should bring 800 million. I say 800 million. Where are we going to get such amount of money? This money is too much. He now say, madam, kuna so musake muku yaran ku sai kun kawo kudin nan. And idan ba ku da kudin nan ku je ku samu Rufai zai ba ku kudin nan sai ku kawo. In kun kawo sai mu sake muku yaran ku. Sai na ce mishi to, I now answer him, I say okay. So I now tell him with Hausa, I now say, please, there's something I want you to do for me. He said what? I now say, okay, please, this my daughter, I just finished talking to her, and you people picked these children yesterday and you started beating them, and she was even telling me that she cannot even bear the pains again. Please, what I'm pleading with you, you people should stop beating these innocent children. Leave them, they are with you. We, the parent and the school, we are going for meeting. We will go and meet, then we will discuss on how to get this money so that you people can release our children for us. He now say, okay, madam, badamwa. That was the end. And that was when he now off the phone. That was the end of me talking to Dorothy. Before you know it, on Tuesday they kidnapped them, on Wednesday, Thursday, then on Friday in the morning they now called our daddy that they should now go to so place. They should go to Imperial School. They have meeting there. So he now told me that they called them or that they should go for a meeting. I was not even asking him that since that meeting that we went to, up to now they didn't call us to tell us anything pertaining the outcome of the meeting. He now said no, that maybe that was why they were calling him.
When they called her on Wednesday morning and she discussed with the daughter, she called me and now asked them to give me the number of the people. So he gave me their contact. I took the contact. I went to the office. I met my director. We were just gisting. I said, he saw my countenance and he was asking, what is wrong, Johanna? I said, they have kidnapped my daughter. He said, what? I said, yes, they have kidnapped my daughter and they just gave me the number now. So there was one man that was sitting with him. He's also a retired civil servant. And he said, I I think the best thing we should do is you should go to force headquarters to report. Since you are already in Abuja here, I should go and meet Kari, the AIG detectives. So I drove to force headquarters, Abuja, and they took me to a desk officer. And the desk officer asked me, what happened? I said, there's a kidnap case in Kaduna, and they went to Greenfield University and they went away with about 20 students. And my daughter is involved. So if there's anything they can do to help, they now ask, do you have the number of the kidnappers? I say, yes. They call my wife, and my wife sent the number to me. This is the number. So they took the number, and they asked of my daughter's number. I gave them. So there and then, the desk officer was trying to call or track the number, and he now told me that they are not far from the school. They are still within the school area. So I should not worry. I should go and just relax. Everything will be taken care of. He called Kaduna. He called the police command in Kaduna, and they said the commissioner was indisposed, that he has gone for a meeting. So the spokesperson there, now told him that he would relay the message to the police commissioner, because he asked him. He said, do you have an idea of what has happened in Greenfield University? He said, yes, they are aware of it. They are on top of the situation. That's what they said. So the man said, oh God, just go, don't worry. It's well. I now left. They didn't call me again. They didn't call me again. In fact, when I gave them the number, the assurance they gave, they took my number too. And the officer that took my number, I said if I can get his number, I said I shouldn't worry. So he didn't give me his number. Now I left. I was to come home that day, Wednesday, but it was late, so I slept in Abuja. The following day, I took up in the morning, because they said, the registrar called me and said there are going to be a meeting of parents at this hotel opposite Command College, Command Secondary School. So I came there exactly 10:10, that is 10 o'clock in the morning, and we met there. So we discussed, and out of the discussion, some of the parents were saying that they have called them, they have started negotiating. They said they needed, one of the parents whose son was later released, they said that they asked her to pay 40 million. And another parent say they asked him to pay 30 million or something like that. So then when we met, we now say it's not good for individual parents to negotiate with these people. So let us choose one parent that will be interfacing with them in conjunction with the CSO of the school, the Chief Security Officer of the school. They agreed. So we picked. I have no idea whether police were involved, or maybe they have called police and police said they are doing something. Nothing like that. So the parents now went on to the discussion that very fateful Thursday. And in the evening, we were hoping to hear news that what is the discussion. We didn't hear anything till the following morning, on Friday morning. Then the registrar called me that there is going to be a meeting in Imperial College at Kudenda here. I said okay. So, and he said that I should not come with somebody. I should only come alone because it's a security meeting. I said, okay.
That was the way to
Yes. So by 2 o'clock, I started going. And then I was approaching this Pijo junction. Then the registrar called me again. That where I am. I say, I'm just at Pijo junction. I say, going to Imperial College. I say, yes. I say, please come back or there's some development. I say, what development? He said, we are going to meet at St. Gerard. I said, St. Gerard? What is happening in St. Gerard? Is there any problem? I say, yes, there's a small development. I said, okay. I don't. He now say, they have killed 3 of our students. I said, kill them? But we are discussing now, so why should they go ahead and be killing the students? We have been discussing and we have to be negotiating now. Why the killing? He said he doesn't know. I said, okay. So I went to the St. Gerard. When I went to the St. Gerard, I now say, where are the students? He said, they are inside the morgue. So I went to the morgue, I saw them on the stretcher. And when I turned, I just saw it's my daughter. I said, they killed my daughter. I just left. I didn't even check her body. I just left at that time. And I came back. I drove myself. They said, let them come and drive me. I said, nobody should drive me. I'll drive myself. So when I came home, I told them that Tinon is gone. And that is all. That was how it happened. The girl was going to be killed. I had that faith that she was going to be released. I had that faith. Even on that Friday morning, somebody called me and said, how is it? How are they trying? So we are negotiating. So okay, let's know what is happening. So it was that fateful Friday morning that the news came out that she was killed. No police, nobody called me. In fact, I was the one that even called them. I called my friend in Abuja because he was the one that actually took me to the desk officer. And I called him again. I said, my boy, my daughter has been killed though. After the date, when they came here, government sent some delegates from the Ministry of Education. The permanent secretary came, and I think, is it with the commissioner? They came here and they condoled with us. That's all.
Really, really sad that people die on a daily basis and nobody really cares. The government owe us an explanation, investigation into this issue. Okay, I was expecting that when they said, okay, this was happening behind the school, the location is behind the school, I was expecting security personnel to interface and okay, come back with a positive report.
That was my expectation too. That was what I thought, that since they were able to track where they are, their location, because they told me there that yes, they are not far away from the school. So I was confident that they could do something. But that was the end of everything. The police did not do anything. They couldn't go to track these people. And these people were having their field day in their negotiation with the representative of the parents. So it's very unfortunate and it's very sad. Things like this should happen and government don't show any sign of care regarding the student, because they kidnap innocent children. They didn't do them anything. They took them, not that they were running away. They took them and go and face them and shoot them like if they are armed robbers. It's very sad. If I were in the position, I've always been saying it, that it takes nothing for government to do something about these things. Kidnappers and whatever. What happened to the Americans when they kidnapped one of the American citizens? The American came all the way and picked their citizen, their national. They picked them and finished this thing. How did they do it? How did they do that one? So it's a matter of will. If the government has the will, they can do it. It's not that they cannot do it. They can do it. We've had cases of they kidnap some they kidnapped one military colonel, and that colonel was that same day they released him. She was a quiet type. She was somebody that doesn't find trouble. Anytime I remember it, it hurts me. But there's nothing I can do about it. I will always be praying that God give me the grace to forget these things. Something that will be very, very hard to forget. But we are just praying that the grace of God should abide with us. Well, we sit down with gist stories, and she's that type that she's so reserved. And sometimes I will tell her, say, why is it that you are always sitting down? You don't want to socialize with people. She doesn't talk too much.
You see, just like you called me the other day and you say you want to come with your people to come and ask us questions about Dorothy. I told you that I don't like remembering the situation, because if I talk, I keep on thinking of that issue. Just like yesterday, the other girl that they killed her with Dorothy, Precious, I think it was yesterday that they took her home to their village. So my neighbor went to her waykeeping, because I told them any day that they will do her waykeeping, they should tell me, because I would like to be there. So my neighbor forgot to tell me. So when he came back, he now brought her booklet, the program to her for her own service. So when he gave me that program, I collected the program yesterday and I was alone in the room. And I'll say, Kai, even Dorothy's program, since they finished Dorothy's burial, I didn't even care to carry her program, service and program to read. Let me carry her own and Precious on and read. When I took Dorothy's program, when I was reading everything, the tribute people wrote about Dorothy, I don't know when that yesterday I keep on crying. I was crying alone in the room. I was crying, and when I read Precious onto, I was crying. I say, God, these kidnappers, they cheat us. Only me in the room, but I was busy crying that yesterday. I say, Kai, these people, they really cheat us. These are promising children, 300 level children. By next year, they will graduate. And these people, they just wasted the life of these children. Not that we, the parents, said we don't have money to pay. Any amount they ask us to pay, by the grace of God, I believe we would have get that money and pay so that our daughter can be released. But to our greatest surprise, we never thought that Dorothy would not come back to this house. So you see, Dorothy is a quiet type, a reserved person. And let me tell you, amongst my 5 children, she's the one that is very close to me. She's the one that people know her in this estate, because she's the one that when she come for weekend, when my sales girls close from her, when her time reach and she close, Dorothy will go and stay in the shop till the time I say, okay, Dorothy, let's lock the shop and enter inside now. So it's very difficult for me to take away the date of Dorothy from my heart. It is very difficult, because this girl, she is very close to me. I don't know. Every time I sit down in this house and I think of Dorothy, I begin to shed tears on me. So the only thing, it is God that is consoling us. It is God that is taking control. If people come, they will say, hey, we didn't even expect to come and see you like that. I say it is God. Me, I don't even know how God is even doing it. Before I know it, I'm her thinking is beginning. I'm beginning to forget everything gradually. So with time, my prayer is that affliction will never rise again for the second time in my family again. That is my prayer. Because now these people, they keep on making us like, now my other children, they are in the school. And I keep on thinking of them. I say, hey God, this one that these people keep on going to schools, kidnapping children. Look at the Baptist children's school now. They went and kidnapped these children. And we still have other children in the school. So our mind is not settled. We keep on thinking, these children, are we going to remove them from school? Are they going to stop schooling? So all these things, I believe, to me, I want government to do something pertaining this kidnapping issue. I believe if government said they will go and search these people in the bush, there is no way that they will not see these people. But it's like people are not taking it, government are not taking it serious. That is why all these things keep on happening. And now, the other day is Baptist school. You don't know which school they will go to again and go and pack other children again. So our mind is not settled. The government should do something pertaining this issue of kidnapping. Our own the worst has been done, and there's nothing we can do. It is only God that is comforting us. And I pray, I keep on praying. Even yesterday, I keep on praying. I say, God, these kidnappers, don't give them peace of mind until they repent, until they open their mouth and confess and say, we are the people that killed Dorathy. Oh, that is my prayer. I say one day they will confess, because Dorathy's blood will never go free. Dorathy's blood is upon their head. These people that killed them, their blood is on their head. It is God that will fight for us.
And they shouldn't be discouraged. The aim of these people is to make sure that the children are like them, because those guys that are in the bush, they actually don't have anything to do. That's the only thing they can do now. Anything less than that or more than that, they cannot do it. So the best thing is for them to go and be kidnapping and causing problem for parents. And parents should not get discouraged in sending their children to school.